Hi there! Today I am talking about mythology and my work over at themythicfairy.com. So, mythology. What is mythology? When we talk about a myth, we're talking about a story that has a universal theme. And these can be about anything. Lots of the mythological stories that we know and loved during the years can even be maybe some fairy story we read when we were young, or that was read to us, and we remember that the meaning that it held for us. Usually in mythology there is a hero and they have a journey, and they're likened to our life in general really. Someone has a hero, a protagonist has a challenge. He may have to fight many dragons, and usually the hero gets through the end and gets the final result. So this shows us oftentimes it shows us the way, and a way that we can follow, and a way that we can actually tune into and realise that this hero may have gone through many obstacles. And if we're going through something similar ourselves, it may resonate with us as to the path that the hero took, and we may glean some important information about how we too can get over an obstacle we're going through in our life. So I wrote my first book, Lorcan and the Magic Whistle, and it's in relation to, it's a children's mythological book. So the protagonist in this story, the hero, is Lorcan, and Lorcan, his story is that he is being laughed at by the other fairies because they say he's not good at football and he's not good at anything that has to do with sport really. And because of this, Lorcan, he takes this story on board that everyone says to him, and he becomes very isolated. And it's loosely based on a story that some children can have about isolation in the schoolyard, or feeling that they're isolated in the schoolyard, how they perceive their surroundings. So basically Lorcan, with the help of mythological creatures, which in this book is a unicorn and also fairy godmother, he actually realises that he can follow his heart's desire. He realises he's good at music, and that it's not necessary to hide every day and cry because of what the other kids are saying to him. So basically at the end of the story, Lorcan actually becomes able and realises that he's actually able to play the sports that everybody's telling him he can't. So it's a story, it's a journey of Lorcan through a difficult situation he had in his life, and where he actually had to go deep. He had two choices. He could either stay hiding every day during lunchtime at school, stay on his own, have no friends, or he could accept the help that was being offered to him in the form of Unicorn, who actually took him to a magic lake and almost encouraged him to look inwards, look at himself, because he could see his reflection back from him in the lake. So it's an introspection, looking at, okay, I have a choice here. I can either stay the way I am, which we can apply to our own lives for lots of different situations, or we can actually accept help from someone, ask for help, or find a way that we can transcend the problem we're in. My second book then is about the journey of Niamh to Baba Yaga, and this story, it covers the protagonist in this story is Niamh, and her particular issue that she has is that she suffers from dyslexia. So because of that, she actually has excellent she learns things very quickly orally, so she has the ability to cover up her story and not to have the courage to tell anybody, because she feels too that she may be laughed at by other children. So this book is about gaining courage. Again, like the other one in its way as well, it's all about transcending a fear. And Niamh's fear, as I say, is that, well, she has two fears: that she will be laughed at if she tells people, and secondly, that she won't be able to follow her passion, which is in acting. So, moral of the story again, she has her obstacle, she has a choice. She can decide to give up her acting career, or she can actually go get help for the issue that she has. So there again, she actually gets help, and it's in the form of Baba Yaga. So Baba Yaga is a mythological person from Eastern European mythology. She can be likened to the Culloch in Ireland, the witch. And really, the witch in these stories is somebody that actually has an awful lot of wisdom to give to younger people. So it's like Baba Yaga is this old lady that people perceive to be possibly maybe a modern day medicine woman. You know, she lives in the hills and it's very hard to get to her. So Neve has a lot of challenges to get there. But she gets from Baba Yaga exactly what she needs in order to realise that, there again, like the last story, that it's okay to ask for help. And when she faces her fear head on, she gains courage. So both stories have morals, so they're mythological in that respect. Like other stories, as I say, I love watching the children's movies these days because there's always an underlying moral, like Wreck-It Ralph. Ralph, the protagonist in that, the hero in that, really is feeling as though he's left out as well. He's not having any fun. He's always the bad guy, and he doesn't want to be the bad guy anymore. He wants to feel what it's like to be the good guy. But he's not accepted by the others because they have him in a box that says, no, you're the bad guy. So it's about him there again. He went off on a major big adventure and he had his challenges. He fell in love in the middle, or the other guy fell in love actually in the middle of it. So there's lots of different stories always in myth, but we can look at these kids' movies even, and there's always an underlying moral. Usually, as I say, a hero's journey, or a heroine's journey. Just like we in life too have our own hero and heroine's journey to transcend, and we always have choices in life as to whether we stay the way we are, and if we do, we accept it and own our story where we are, or else sometimes we can take the steps that will lead us out of this particular story we're in and into a place of power that we may want to go into. So following on over the next few days, I will be talking about story and emotional intelligence, all topics that will help us transcend our hero or heroine story and get to the place that we actually may want to be, which usually is standing fully in our own personal power. Just personal power, not powering over anybody else, just being truly happy in our own skin and knowing that where we are, we own where we are, and that we have the ability to look at the situation we're in, sometimes maybe need to ask for help, but that we have a choice and we can do this. So until the next day, and when we talk story and emotional intelligence, talk to you again. And thanks for listening.